nowadays for many reasons. And we have many factors that lead to organization. However, due to time constraint, we focus only two main causes and two main effects that we are facing nowadays. So, both of it will be presented by my group member. Let's give the floor to Mr. Thira.
Okay, thank you, Remy. And once again, I would like to say good morning to the Excellency, to teacher, and all ladies and gentlemen. I am here to respond the cause of urbanization. As my group member has mentioned that about the time constraint, so I go directly to present the cause of urbanization. For the first cause of urbanization, we mentioned about the employment opportunity. Exactly, there are many industries, factories, and other companies are located in Phnom Penh. So it means that in Phnom Penh, there have many job opportunities that continually draw attention of the people from the countryside move into Phnom Penh to seek the better life. And therefore, the majority of people who migrate into Phnom Penh always have the countless of job employment opportunities in all development sectors such as in recreation industry, factory, care center, and sport transportation, and other service companies that provide the available job for the people. Besides station, work for other company, the people can start their own business such as driving tuk-tuk, driving taxi, or they can sell some food or something such as juice or coffee along the street. So it's easy to start up the own business in Phnom Penh because in Phnom Penh has many people living. And one more cause we mentioned about the education. As you know that only few universities are located in the province, and we are being called to find a good school in the province, and such as the school that care the most about value of education or quality of education. And so the people need to move in from the countryside into Phnom Penh for the better education. For example, after I graduate from my high school at my province, I want to continue my study a Bachelor of Business at university. But unluckily, at my province, there are only a few universities. So I knew that University of Cambodia is the one of universities that care the most about the value of education, the qualification, and also have the high standard level of education. So I have only one choice that I need to move from my province, come into Phnom Penh to study my bachelor degree. So when the people come from countryside into Phnom Penh, it is a better opportunity of education as compared to the countryside. So among of the university in Phnom Penh, the young lady and gentlemen are attracted into the city for the better and higher education. So I'm done with my part. So let's give the floor to Ms. David to explain about the effect of the urbanization.
First, let me say thanks to Thira that gave me a chance. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. After Thira has mentioned about the causes of urbanization, now let's move to the effect of urbanization. There are many effects of urbanization, but today I just address two main effects of urbanization. The first main effect of urbanization is unemployment. As you know that the problem of unemployment is highest in cities. That's because of the increasing relocation of people from rural areas or developing areas to city and to city to work. So the good job with high salary will not have enough for them. The jobs are less than the people who want them. And the people will face with the unemployment, they will become unemployed. Because the job at the city, it hires only skilled and knowledgeable people. It hires only skilled and knowledgeable people, and the job at there, it is really challenging. If you are the unskilled one, you are the one that are maybe like too low in education. You cannot get a job of the high education. You cannot get a job with a high salary. Just consider of one position, one situation that there are two people. The first one, he got a bachelor degree and he knows English a little. And the second one, he got a bachelor degree too, and he knows English, he knows Chinese, and he knows how to use computer. Do you think that the director will choose the first one or the second one? The answer will be easily. The director will choose the second one. They want the person to work in the company with a high education and can have their company to develop. So the director will not choose the one who cannot have their company. And those people who do not get the good job, they will go to find another job that they need to pay a lot of their power and get a little salary back. Do you think that those people are happy with those jobs that they need to work a full day but they get a little salary back? They weren't happy, so they will think of a difficult job. And then the number of crime will increase in Phnom Penh City, and the people will cannot live sad because of the unemployment. And the second main effect of the urbanization is about development of slum. When many migrants come to city, they need a place to live, and the land at the city it is really expensive. The migrants cannot afford that. The migrant cannot buy the house or buy the land at there. So the migrant will go to rent a house with a lower price, or they will build a house or a slum on the public land. And as a result, those public land will become a slum areas. Then more and more migrant people come to live in that area, and the slum areas will become bigger and bigger. And the slum areas really affect the human and really affect the society and the country too. Do you think that if the country are covered with the slum areas, does the country look beautiful? The answer will be no. The country that are covered with the slum is not beautiful, and it really affects on the view of the city. And the slum, it is one of the obstacles to development. The country may become developed because of the slum areas too. And now that's all for the two effects of the urbanization. Let's give the floor to the last presenter of our group is Lara.
Thank you, David. Once again, good morning, Excellency, dear great teacher, ladies and gentlemen. And we know that migration is a hot issue, not only in Cambodia, it also country around the world. However, due to time, my group has raised about some possible solutions that our country has been done in the past, and it has practiced until now as well. The first point is the provision of services. What is the provision of services here? The service refers to the basic needs of people, such as education, health, or food. I believe that this kind of basic need we cannot live without it. So when people do not have a basic need, they always think that in order to get those kind of education, health, or food, they need to migrate from the province to the city in order to find those kind of benefits. In order to get it, first, money. Money is the main factor that every people or everybody here come to the city. For example, when you are here, because of what? Because of education. I believe that. And the objective of the provision of the services here is to provide and implement the employment opportunity as well. Like I have mentioned earlier, we need to find our basic needs such as education and food. Money is the main factor that we try to migrate from province to city, even though we know that we have not opportunity to get a high salary. More or less, we have get money at a low salary. So when we have food, we can at least to fill our stomach a day. The second part of the solution here is the creation of jobs. The creation of jobs here refers to the investment and the tourism. Why investment? Investment here, like there are a lot of investors that conduct investment in our city, Phnom Penh. However, in order to make sure many people will not move to Phnom Penh from day to day, the government has to encourage those investors to invest in the provinces as well. And this solution has been done in some provinces such as like Kon Dao, Kampong Speu, Sihanouk, and Svay Rieng. Why those provinces? Because the government, they create a special economic zone. The special economic zone here refers like an area or land that they gather all the industry and factory for the investor to conduct. So when they build that industry and factory there, many of people they are employed. When they are employed, they can at least earn money to get for their daily life. And the second part here is tourism. The tourism here, like in Cambodia, there are a lot of natural resources and natural places. So the government has to create more national park, national park or the resort. The national park here means like, for example, in Kurirum National Park. It seems like when the government take action to build or to create the natural park, the local community here or there, they can at least got an opportunity to have to find money. How can they find money by those natural park or to create the national park? They can be a guide. When there are tourists, when the tourists go to visit there, the local people is very important role because they know the geography there clearly. So they can guide them to visit a wonderful place or wonderful resort that has in the deep forest of in our country. And the resort here, sometimes when the government encourage those investors to build a resort, like I have mentioned again and again, the local community have chance to get the job. And the salary, we cannot say when they have job, they have a high salary. Because salary here is like, even though they got a low salary, they will not want to move to the city because they feel like, okay, even though I got salary, at least I can find money for my family and I don't want to move to the city. It is better to live in our town and it is the safest. So sometimes if we move to the city, we cannot guarantee that we can have a job in the city due to, like my book member had mentioned, because the job in the city is very challenging. They just need the skill and the reachable people. All in all, it comes to conclusion, like I have mentioned. In Cambodia, our country is a developing country. So everything is in the process of development. We cannot say that we cannot blame the government that because developing country, the rate of migration is very high. So we cannot blame the government. Oh, the government is not good that many people live in the poverty or they are unemployed. Because everything takes time. In order to do things better and better, all parts need to play important role, start from individual people until from individual people to the government. The second point, migration affects not only the individual but also the society. The individual here refers to our emotion. Why? Because, for example, people they expect that when they move to the city, they want to get job. However, they are unemployed due to challenge and the high requirement from the sector. As a result, they end up like, oh, I might be useless, or they discriminate me. So they, from day to day, they feel like they are isolated from the society. The second one is the society here. The society here refers to the view of the city. Because when they move from province to the city, for example, in Phnom Penh, it is very crowded. Especially at the rush hour, there are a lot of traffic jam, and the development of slum, as my group member have mentioned. So when you are a lot of slum and the street is full of traffic jam, your city, the view of the city is not good. It's not wonderful. Last but not least, it's about to solve the problem. We did not use the question what. We have to find how and why. We need to use the question how and why. How it happened, why it happened, or how we do it. Because why we just mentioned about what happened, we cannot find the solution. So we need to find why it happened, where did it happen, where it happened from the root cause. So when we have found the root cause, I can say no one can eliminate the migration. We can just decrease the number of people that can move to the city. And so this is all for our presentation. Thank you for your
Right, thank you so much for Group 1 for your hard work. And now I would like to give the floor to the second presenter, Mr. Phuong Roya.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all my classmates here. That I'm very happy to be on in front of the people and present about my topic: why parents should send their kids to school before they are 6 years old. And I have 5 content: 1 education and knowledge, and 2 language and relationship, and 3 communication, and 4 environment, and 5 action and hope. So every parent or all the parents, they want their children when they grow up, they want children to be a good person or leaders in the future. So the parents should take care when the mother have the birth. So they take care like eating or living style. And after the children was born, from 1 month to long time. So after the kids, they have 1 year age, they learn to speak and they learn something from the parent. So the parent is the first teacher to teach their kids. If the parent do the bad activity, the kids will imitate, will repeat the activities, the bad activities through the parents. And the kids will improve their words from 1 or 2 words or sentence. So the parents teach bad, good, or good words like how do you do, or hellos, or when the neighbors or when the old people that visit their house or families, the parents should teach how to use or how to greet their visitor. And after the kids have 2 years or 3 years, I think the parents should send their kids to school, because the school or kindergarten have a lot of pedagogical teachers that have a good teacher, educate their kids. They teach how to be a good people or good person in the future, and the kids will learn like alphabet or the number through the teacher. And the school have a lot of style, like the chef or the picture or the item or material that show the children what it is. The kids, when they grow young, they cannot read, they cannot find out anymore. They just learn by touch, by see, and will find out through their opinion. For example, the teacher tell the kids it is the red color, but the kids don't understand the red color what it is. So the teacher have the picture and draw red color and then show the kids will know and understand easily. And like they count on the number, they have the shape like a paper and write the number 1 and then write to show the kids. Then the kids will learn how to count. It is 1, 2, or 3. And from month to month or from time to time, the kids will improve their words quickly. So after they are 3 years, they learn how to communicate with the people. They will talk with their friends at school, and they will find out about the characteristics and about how to communicate with the other people. So sometimes when they come back from school, they come back home, they will live with their family, and sometimes the parents have to ask questions like, what do you learn from school? And then the kids will reply what they have learned at school. So the kindergarten or the school have many styles that I see in Phnom Penh. Nowadays, many schools, they have a lot of style, like how to educate the kids. And all the parents will send the kids to school that they have enough age, or 3 years or 4 years. And after the kids get off, they have 4 years or 6 years, they will learn more and more at school and family. So now I want to mention about the environment. The children like house environment, or what environment the kids like and dislike. The kids like the environment like makes them happy. Like at school they can play game, or not only study, just play game or play something with their friends, and the teacher give the time to them. And when they come back home, they also like their parents. Their parents use a word when they get a good score at school or get the top of the students at the school. And the kids don't like the environment of the parent achievement or the parent talk loudly or fight each other, that make a violence, or sometimes the father that he is drinking. So the kids don't like that. So yes, actions at home is very important. Like the member of family or the caregivers, that they look after the kids. The kids will learn everything. Will learn interaction with the parents. If the parents do good activities, they will do or they will practice like their parents. But if the parents don't do the good, they will repeat the bad through the parent. And finally, I am not focused only at school, just focus both school and the family. Like the teacher Caroline Wakefield, he said, the parents, the students, and the people around the kids is endeavors. So not only the parent, the school, so both trying to educate the kids. And I hope you all here will become the parents in the future. So you have to think from now on and research through the YouTube how good or find the document that how good that you will take it to educate your children in the future. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much, Mr. Pong Royam. And the guests may wonder why we don't let you ask the question. Don't worry, you will ask the question after the last presenter. Okay, so now please welcome to the next presenter, Ms. Cheng Hong Kanika.
First of all, I would like to say good morning to the respected professors, teachers, and all my beloved friends. Today, I'm so happy to meet all of you. I am a student of CS class level 5, and I would like to speak on how does education brighten up my future. Once again, most of people in this world always have their own dreams, and it's just different of their sort. Because dreams are necessary. Without dreams, there will be no ambition to chase, and there will be no goal to reach. For me, dreams won't happen without work. and also it won't happen overnight. Does anyone here have a dream? I have a high ambition that I want to be the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So, in order to reach my dreams become true, there are many steps that I have to follow. First, I have to study hard and make a clear timetable for my study, both Khmer and foreign language. Second, I have to behave as a good student by respecting myself, respecting professors, teachers, friends, and the others. Also, I must live with discipline. Third, I have to live peacefully with all people by having a good communication and respecting the constitutional law of the country. According to your experience, you should know already that education is the most powerful weapon that you can use it to change the world. But it's also the basic need of everyone as well. Because education teaches us to understand every situation between right and wrong. Education teaches us to be a good human in society. Also, education tells us many reasons that what we should do or what we shouldn't do. Also, when we have education, we need to share our education to the illiterate people because they really need help from us. Moreover, when we have education, we will understand what is the meaning of living things in this world. For me, I think that when we have education, we will have a self-confidence. Because if we don't have confidence, we will scare when we went out, or we will scare when we try to have a communication with each other. Because we thought that we are living in darkness. Without education, we lock ourselves in the jail. We cannot open our mind to improve our thinking, to share everybody what we thought. So education is very important for us to make us more confident and more strong to face everything. After that, society's education is really influential for everybody, especially for developed and developing countries, because education improves citizens to understand every situation that government makes on us. Education gives us many solutions when we are facing some problem in society. Education tells us that we understand who we are and tells us that what the leader did is right or wrong. Only education, we will know that ourselves is not under the government, but ourselves is free to show or tell everybody what is right and what is wrong. Without education, a society will be frustrated because it will be full of problems such as poverty or unemployment. In society, we are challenging many careers based on skill, but if we are without education, we cannot face all of it because we need education to challenge everything. We need education to create something new, something very important for the country or society. But without education, that person, they will not choose them to work or give them an opportunity to work, because most of ignorant people often use violence that always got result in bloodshed. So without education, national will be nothing. Also, On family society, the influence of education is very important. When people have education, they can teach their children with a better way. Moreover, they never use violence to show their children that they have a powerful for their children. They will use a positive way to show their children what is right, what is wrong, what they shouldn't do, and what they should do. Because being a children is like a pepper that parents need to draw on. So children need to understand and get something new. So parents have to show their children many good reasons and many good ways for them. To be honest, all living things in this world, that we are always facing many problems. But what is our smart key is how to solve it. If we have education, we can use our education to do or to solve our problem properly. Because if we have solution, we will find a better way for the problem and we will get a good result. Even if it's a big problem, but however one day it will be small for us. To be honest, I really hope that education will help us to be more independent and help us to be a good person in society. Thanks for your pay attention.
Thank you so much. Now we come to the next presenter, Mr. Nong Tri.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, professors and beloved friends here. First of all, let me thank you for the organizer and also the audience here. First, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Nong Sukri, a student at CS. Now I'm in the website. For my presentation of today is why should students study only one major rather than two? You might know and you might not know about this, but I think if you are in the university, yes, you might know about this actually. For those who are just fresh graduates, they will think about this. So what would it be like at university? Wherever you learned before, at school, high school, or organization, studying at university is a very different experience. And at university, you have to study and think for yourself. And at the time, you will become an independent learner. And your study time there will split into touch time and study time. Okay. Now, I want to give you an overview about my presentation. My presentation is divided into three parts. First, I will show you about students who study one major and the other one, students who study two majors, and I will give you the conclusion. Students who study one major. First point, they believe that they will focus only one major and be able to study new shortcuts of skills to support the major. Yes, actually, when you have study only one major. For example, you study in the morning, at afternoon, and at night you'll be free. So you can use this time to study new skill, such as, for example, you study in university, you study one major, at the private school, you can study computer skill or teaching skill, something like that. And the second point, we are going to have a part-time job. Yes, it's probably good for the students to have a part-time job during their studying at university. When they have a part-time job at university, they will know then how to come, and the difficulty will let the student learn about them. And they also have much time for themselves and be less stressed. Yes, actually when they have half day free, they will be able to take care for themselves, especially for their health. So everything will be okay after that. And also they can improve themselves through social programs. As you see, in Cambodia, many youth are trying to register to become a volunteer in a program or a workshop. That's how they improve themselves through teamwork skills. Now there are some students who study two majors. They believe that they will learn from unexpected strength and difficulties. Yes, students believe that actually when during the lecture, when they have a sort of work or teamwork, they actually make some problem with team member or at the fair. So when they meet it, they will have to they will find the solution themselves. They will show them how effective they solve their problem. And also they will better time management and always be well prepared. Yes, generally it seems when you have studied two majors, so you have to split your time correctly. If you don't, you will get lower on someone. And also, students who study two majors, they believe they gain much knowledge from the two majors they are studying. For this point, for example, they study at one university and at one major, and at one they will have the other courses, so they will combine together to a particular one. So lastly, they will also make relationships with professors or friends in their school. Now I will give you the conclusion. Yes, that's nothing much. The conclusion is depend on you whether you want to study one or two majors. Sometimes you want to study two majors, but you are impossible to do that. So you have to think about your ability and also your possibility. Yes, that's all for my presentation.
I would like to give the floor to the next presenter, Mr. Song Jan Mani. Yes, please.
Hello director, teachers, and ladies and gentlemen. Today, my name is Tom Chandri Asmai, and I am a CS level 5 student. Today is such an honor for me to stand here and give you guys a speech about how pollution ruins the earth. Before I'm getting to the point, let me ask you one question. Do you know what is pollution? Pollution is the process of harmful or poisonous effects getting into the environment. And here is my context about what I'm going to talk about in this presentation. First of all, I'm going to tell you guys how many types of pollution are there in this world, and I'm also going to tell you guys each causes of each pollution. As you can see in the slide, there are 7 types of pollution. As you can see in the slide, there are 7 types of pollution in this world. They are air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, thermal pollution, noise pollution, light pollution, and visual pollution. Most of you guys only know 3 types of pollution, which are land pollution, air pollution, and water pollution. And I understand the fact that why you guys only know these 3 types of pollution, because these 3 types of pollution make a very huge impact in our environment. But I agree that you guys should try to fix this problem. The other problem is that why you guys overlook the other 4 pollution, which are why are you guys overlook the other 4 types of pollution? First of all, thermal pollution. Thermal pollution is the process of changing water temperature. And thermal pollution only happens in the country that has a lot of power plants such as China, Japan, America, and etc. And the reason why thermal pollution only happens in this type of country is because of thermal pollution. The process of it is that they take the cold water from water bodies such as lake, river, pond, ocean, or sea into their machine to generate. After they use it, the water will become very hot that it can increase to almost 100 degrees Celsius. And can you imagine that temperature of the water back into the water body? What will happen to the living things in that water? Of course, they will die. Secondly, it also that water is unusable because of toxicness and the chemical substance in the water. Secondly, it's light pollution. Light pollution is excessive and inappropriate artificial light. For example, as you can see in the picture, they turn on the light even in the midnight. For example, in Phnom Penh City, even at 12 o'clock at night, they would probably turn on the light. Why? To prevent like thief, crime, and second, the most important thing is that they want the rider or driver to see the road clearer. But while they are trying to have their country look stylish, modern, or something like that, they are overlooked the problem is that they are increasing the light pollution in the environment. Noise pollution. And the third thing is noise pollution. Noise pollution is harmful or annoying voice. When you see the noise pollution, you would probably thinking like, what? How can noise pollution pollute the environment? Actually, when we say the word pollute the environment, it doesn't mean that we need to add chemical substance or harmful effect into environment to call it polluting environment. Sometimes, when we hear people mindset, we also consider that as polluting the environment. For example, one person is very quiet. She is very quiet and she doesn't like a noisy area like club or bars. And she goes to the library, but the house next door is having a construction and it's having a lot of noise. Do you think that girl will probably be able to read the book and enjoy the quietness in that area? Of course not. So she either have to move out of that library or getting depressed and stressed right there. And when we talk about depression and stress, visual pollution is also take part in depression and stress. Visual pollution is the type of pollution which impairs you. Visual pollution only happens in the country that is very developed. Why? Because visual pollution happens when the banker or the skyscraper block the view of people. You might think that when people don't like the view of the city that have tall building or modern technology, why they come to the city? Life is unfair. Not everyone comes to the city to enjoy modern life as you guys did. Some people come to the city because of their financial crisis in the countryside, so they come to the city to like find a job. As you know, they said already, Jobs in city have a lot. We have a lot of jobs in the city. That's why they come to the city to get a job, feed their family, and extra. And here is land pollution. Land pollution is the destruction of the earth's surface. I divided this land pollution into two causes. First of all, it's human activity. What is human activity? Human activity means the things that human did to increase the land pollution. What does human activity include? Such as deforestation, burning forests, and as you can see in the picture, throwing the garbage freely. And if you can see the garbage like this in one area, losing that people living there will have a healthy environment or not? Of course not. And there's another cause, this is nature's activity. Nature's activity includes something like earthquake, volcano, tornado, hurricane, and something like that. And those things like that really hurt the destruction of the surface of the earth. And here is air pollution. Air pollution is the mixture of harmful and poisonous effects in the air. I also divide that into two causes. First is industrial. What is industrial? Industrial means that country has a lot of factory and that we can call industrial government. For example, China. China is a very focused on industrial government because they develop their country by having a lot of factory. And the reason why China has been a very bad environment because they run industrial government. Why? Because factory produce a lot of bad air. For example, back in 2015, China they need to buy fresh oxygen from the countryside, one bottle for $35. But you know what is surprising? They were sold out in 10 minutes. It was 500 bottles were sold out in 10 minutes. Because in their country, they don't have much, we can say fresh air or something like that. And the secondly, it's emission. Emission is similar to gas. It's just that emission means when we talk about car motor or something like that, we call it emission. Emission happens like every country. No one will walk to school by 6 kilometers or 10 kilometers to school. Yeah, that's why emission will occur. And I wish that people would try to fix emission the most because we can use it like solar system or something like that to fix emission. It's not like that end that we can't find solution like other problem. Last but not least, water pollution. Water pollution is the process of body water being polluted. And I also divide it into two causes. It's industrial and daily. Do you guys come here having a shower or not? Probably. When you take a shower, do you take a shower with rock or with sand or with water? Of course, when you shower with water, that water is polluted or not? Yeah, when it's polluted, do you think you can drink that water? Yeah, that's why it's very polluted. And after all the polluted water, where will it go? River, lake, pond, or something like we call water body. And all the polluted water will go there. And also industry. Industry also use their water to clean their products or something that have a lot of chemical substance, which make it very worse to the river, ocean that we use every day. And oil pollute. Last one is oil pollute. When, as you can see in the picture, oil pollution would probably think that it's come from totally the ship, 100%. But surprisingly, it's not. Almost 70% will come from the oil from the ground. Why? How come the oil from the ground flows to the river or ocean? When there are oil on the ground, it's either going to underground where there is a source of water. You know, under the ground there is a lot of water under the ground. And more than that, after the rain, will the water stay under there forever? The rain will flow to the water body, which result in that oil that was on the ground will flow into the water body also. In conclusion, after my presentation, I want to ask you guys, what have you guys done to help the environment? If not, what are you going to do after this? Or are you just going to tell me, giving excuse like, no, me alone can't do that? Because trust me, everything starts from you. And that's all. Thank you for my
And now welcome to the last presenter, and then we will have a Q&A.
everybody, and especially teacher and director Daniel. Today I would like to say thank you for the University of Cambodia, which organized this conference for all of the students who can share and show their ability to stage like that. And first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Sok Seng. I am 18 years old and I study at University of Cambodia, level 5 at IC. And today, I come up with one topic which is a meaningful topic which talk about how to become a good student. And how to be a good student. And it is the thing that all of the students in Cambodia want to be. And today, do you want to be a good student? I am here to show you that how to be a good student. First, I would like to tell you that the reason why I choose this topic. You can see I divide two pictures. One is the Folklore regime and one is the Cambodia nowadays. You can see the different things between these two regimes in Cambodia. First is Folklore regime. At that time, most of the scholars, the lecturer, and the student was killed and almost 2 million of people was died at that time too. So when the Folklore regime broke down, when the Folklore regime broke down, the Cambodians need a long time to develop themselves. And the education system are destroyed, so it means that Cambodia is difficult to develop our own self. And if we look back to Cambodia nowadays, we can see something very changed. And we can see the housing and like the infrastructure was going up and grow up there. And we can see Cambodia has a good communication with other people, with other countries. And this is because of education. And education can run on so fast because of education in Cambodia can run on so fast because of we have a lot of good students. And those students can develop our own country too. So I hope that today when we spend the end of this orientation, you might get something new and try together to make our own country develop because by being to be a good student. Today I come up with a 4 main points that show you how to be a good student. First is about study hard, second is time management, and the third is about confidence, and fourth is good health, which is a very important thing if you want to be a good student. Yes, that you have to do. First is study hard. Study hard is the kind that the student have to do when you want to be a good student. First is join seminar workshop. The seminar is the seminar workshop is a group of people sharing the knowledge together and have one guest speaker and have a lot of guest speakers who share the idea. And study in the classroom is not enough for all of you. You need to have the experience from the reality life. And all of those guest speakers can provide you the experience that they have encountered. So don't forget to join workshop or seminar to increase your ability or your knowledge from those audience speakers. Second is participating in class. Participating in class is a very important point for a student. And the student have to, in the class, attend the class almost every day for Cambodia because Cambodia have the attendance mark for the student. So it is important for a student to attend the class. But it's not only that. Participating in class is include only the student is going to sit in the class, but it's not only that. The student need to focus to the teacher explanation and also to be an active student in the class also. This test is about good communication. Actually, in a university life, the homework or assignment that was given from teacher might refer to do in group. So it is a good idea for you to make a communication with your friend, your classmate, or your teamwork to achieve one goal. Actually, you can discuss the topic or discuss the idea, share the idea, and you can get a good, you can get a good one for your assignment. And the last is self-study. Self-study is the kind of study that you do by yourself. Actually, it can happen at night time for all of students at here. And we can self-studying refers to like reading book, do homework, and do your assignment by your own. Actually, reading a book is a very important thing that if you want to increase your knowledge, know something that everybody don't know. Actually, the book is the start of the knowledge. So if you can, the more you read, the more you know. And if you can read a lot, you might know something that the other might not know. And the second is about time management. Actually, the organize your time is the best way for you to be good at time management. Organize your time, you have to do some schedule, and actually you can know what you're going to do at this day and what you're going to get. For example, attending class almost every day exclude holidays. Actually, attending the class can make you have a good student, make you become a good student, and also have capacity to become an outstanding student too. And not only that in the class, most of the teacher, not almost most of the teacher, but all of the teacher in the university don't wait until the student come in class on time, on 8 o'clock. For example, in this university, the school starts from 8. So when the 8 o'clock teacher starts to teach, and they don't wait for the student to come late. So the student who come late might miss some points that they don't know. And the third is about confidence. Confidence is a very important thing for students because students need confidence if they want to be a good student. And first is join the university or society club, such as this confidence. If you want to increase your confidence, you should join this university or confidence or university or society club because you can communication with other people and you can show your ability and know yourself, who you are, and especially you can speak in front of the people. However, it doesn't go, but it is your experience and you might be better on the other day. And take a part-time job. Job is very important for students that study at university. Actually, the students who study at the year school, they going to find a job because they want to have capacity and ability at the same time. First, they study at the school and they get the knowledge from the school. And especially when they go to the work, they also get the knowledge from those work too. And it can increase the confidence too because they work with people and older people or the other people will make us confident. And the last point is know your strength and your weakness. When you know your strength and your weakness, you can become good at confidence. And know your strength is actually strength is the thing that you're good at, and the weakness is the thing that you're not good at. If you know all of those things, you might be come up with a good idea of you can become a confident person. And the last point is good health. Of course, like what I'm saying, three main points is about first is time management and can study hard, and third is confidence. But if all of the students have those three important points, but they don't have this, it is hard for them to achieve to be a good student. First, you should spend the time to relax. When you try to study hard so much, your brain will get some stress, and you should spend time to relax because it might be better for you. Don't try your best when you get hurt or when you get sick. It is not good for all of the health. And the second is do exercise. Do exercise at the gym or do exercise outside your home is better for you. It can release the chemical substance in your body and make you look healthy or handsome or beautiful. And it also can make you have a good health also. And the last point is eating healthy food. Yes, the food is to include everything, such as vitamin or protein or something like that. And it can make your brain work harder and body work harder and faster. So when you eat healthy food, I know that you can have a good health too. So overall, I would like to say thank you for all of you pay attention. And in conclusion, I would like to say that if you want to be a good student, don't forget all points that I raised up today. And to be an outstanding student or good student is very important for all of the people in Cambodia. So we can develop our own country by being a good student. Thank you.
Hi, good morning again. Hi participants, thank you so much. So I'd like to say this to the students. Do you want to take their place later or one of these days? Yes. So do not wait things to happen. You make it happen. Okay? I'd like you to be one of these. And they will be also watching you. Hello judges. Thank you so much. And we'll go to the question and answer. Yes, do you have any questions from the speakers? Audience, please, questions. We'd like to hear from you. Come on.
Microphone.
No questions? Are you sure?
Are you sure or are you shy?
Sure or shy? Yes, yes. Sure, shy.
Sure or shy?
Come on, guys. Oh, wow.
The question is, I interested in the evolution. The question is, the water, about the water. I mean the water after we use it. How can we, I mean the bad water after using it, how where it go and how we can improve? Or what is your research on that?
Your question is that do you want a solution of water pollution or?
Water pollution.
Yeah, I know water solution, right?
Yeah.
The solution to water pollution, for example, just not you. Due to my research, like for example, in Singapore, they create a system that can produce, like recycle the water. But after we use it, there's a tank under the ground, which we can produce that water back to use, or to like shower or something like that. That is the first step that we should do about water pollution. And that's all.
Very nice question, actually. So, any more questions?
I have two questions. Study one university or two university. So the point is it good to study in two university or just one to focus what your major is? Because your topic is about one university study and two university, right? So I was asking, is it good to study university or one? And if you say two university, how can we focus to one university? I need to be the best.
For this question, I want to make sure that one major or two major is not which one is bad or good, but I want you to consider about yourself. Do you have ability to study two major like the other or not, and also your possibility. You have to consider about that.
Your team can have.
What he's trying to say is, if you have the ability to study in one university or two universities, it's up to you to decide. You can do that. You can go to two universities and have two majors at the same time, then well and good. But if you cannot, just focus on one and it will be okay. Any more questions? You're not brave enough to ask questions, are you? Come on, guys. Questions? Yes.
First thing, I would like to say thanks for your question. This is such a point that society needs, because just like our country is a developing country, so we have a half of people is have just like they have a high family education and some is still poor. But nowadays we are preparing for a student that they didn't have a chance to study at the university because maybe they doesn't have enough money for pay. So nowadays our society are creating the organized club to give the scholarship for them. So it doesn't mean that we are born in a poor family, but in the future we are not, because our society are focused on us and very give us a good opportunity job for us in the future. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Questions?
So first of all, I'd like to say good morning to everyone and our presenters and our speakers today. And I am really interested in our topic and the first speakers of our presentation. And the topic is the benefits and consequences of migration. And the question is, they said that we can lose stress if we don't have a job. And my question is, why can't we lose stress if we don't have a job and there is a lot of unemployed people?
Thank you for your very good question. Actually, when we say it's not safe when we are unemployed, it means like sometimes when you are unemployed, you don't have money. When you don't have money, sometimes you cannot afford to buy your house. Sometimes you have to rent a house. So you should know everything happening in the rent house. It's not like all the neighbor is a bad person, or But when you live in a rent house, there are many kinds of people. Sometimes crime and insecurity. And we can say we do not mean like, and also because like not safety, it means like your health. When you don't have money because you are unemployed, when you are sick, you have to go to the hospital, or you need money to buy food. So when you are not healthy, do you think you live in safe? I don't think so. Safety is not mean like sometimes about security. It's sometimes about our health and our feelings. Sometimes when you are rich, you have a good health and you live in a comfortable life. So you feel like, oh, okay, I'm not safe. Safety means like I can live in peace. So thank you for.
Please, students, raise your hands if you have questions. It's your opportunity to ask questions and be answered. Come on.
My question is to Mr. Noya. Very interesting for the topic what should parents send their kids to school before they are years old, right? So all the research is from the Europe research, right? So I'm very interested about children when they grow up, the way they grow up by their parents, by activity, their parents are from school like this. But how about the culture in Cambodia? How about the parents are living in countryside? Are you sure that they will know the way to grow and to look and to guide the children to school like this? And if you sure that if not, so what should we do for and have them to know and have them to understand that they should to send the children before to school?
Okay, thank you for your good question. So your question is how the parents send their kids to school if the parents live in the countryside, and maybe the parents live in the countryside, they don't have high education, so they don't know exactly the education of the kids is very important. Yes, I am a student from countryside too, and my parents also have no high education. So I think that at the countryside doesn't have a lot of schools like in the city, just the center of the town or at the grounded people like my province. At the village, all the villages have no school. So the parents, although have no school, but the parents should send their kids to school, because when the kids go to school or they have learned something from school, sometimes it's not according to the parents. Although the parents have no education, but the kids, they can study more. And if the parents don't know the way or how to send the kids to school, if the parents have no knowledge. So sometimes help the teacher in the village or the other people that go to announce or advertise when the kids have enough age, and the parents should send their kids to register at the school. So, in my opinion, I think that although the parents have no education or the parents
Tell the children to school, you can make a difference. Okay? So next question, please. Any more questions? Yes. how to be a good student. I heard that he said that to become a good student, we have to study hard. But I wonder why some students they try to study hard, but they cannot succeed in their study. And I want him to explain about it. Thank you.
Thank you for your good question that you said study hard. Some students they try to study hard but they get only but they cannot become a good student, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean that when I want to explain again about good student and outstanding student. Good student is a student that try to study hard and force themselves too much on studying. So and outstanding student is referred to the student who have a high education and like deep level or they clever or smart. So those students and outstanding students are different. And the student that try to study hard and can achieve to be a good student. It's that.
That's a very good question actually. But even if you are a hard studying student, but why is it that I cannot become a scholar? You have to remember that there are many factors why you cannot become a scholar, even if you are a very good student. Okay, just as why is it that I cannot get 100% in my exams? I am a good student, but why is it that I cannot get 100% exams? Okay? There's one mistake. Okay. Okay. Any more questions?
Okay.
I want to say good morning to everyone, and my question I want to ask you one. The topic is benefits and consequences of immigration. I want to ask that in your opinion, what the way to reduce urban crime in Phnom Penh and focus on the people that they live from province to find a job in Phnom Penh?
So. Understand. Abdul lại cái zoom đầu tiên mà.
Whom are you? Can you say the question to? Whom are you throwing the question to? Who's the speaker?
The group one.
Group one?
Okay, can have the team.
Can answer the question.
Thank you for your very good question. And sorry that I have to answer that because might be in my responsible part. And like I mentioned, in order to reduce the urban area and to reduce the number of migrant people to move to Phnom Penh, I have mentioned the two possible solutions, and like the provision of services and the creation of jobs. So I have mentioned again and again, the provision of services, like we need to make sure like people in countryside they have a facility here, like I have mentioned education, health, as well as food. Because like some of you, I can say, not all people here directly in was born in here. Some of you might move from provinces. So you come here for what? Education. If your province has a good education, have a good school like you see, will you come to Phnom Penh? No, the answer right. And the second one is the job creation. Job creation here, like I have mentioned, investment. We try to encourage, the government try to encourage the investor to move to the province by create a special economic zone. Then the gather of the industry, factory, and those kind of sectors can provide a lot of job opportunity to local community. So I can say there are many kind of solutions that have been done in Cambodia. However, this kind of two things you can see clearly according to the newspaper as well as the TV. So thank you well.
What I'm trying to say is, if your province provides you opportunities the same as in Phnom Penh, and all the things are sufficient in your province, you don't have to move to Phnom Penh because you are adding to the overpopulation over here. Okay? So, any more questions?
Group 1 again. As I noticed that there is almost 5 of 6 provinces that have industry field or their foreign company went and invested there. And that is easy for them to get a job. And my question is, what about other provinces? How can they get a job? If there is no industrial company go and invest there, and how can we prevent people from doing immigration to the countryside or to the city? That's all.
Thank you for your question again. And so to answer again, maybe you might say I don't know my profession, but maybe this kind of my responsible part. I have mentioned in our presentation, everything takes time, and Cambodia is in the process of development. We cannot guarantee that everything must be done equally. Equally means like, yes, there are some, only maybe around 5 or 7 special economic zones in Phnom Penh as well as other provinces. And I can say our government try to create more and more about this kind of zone. We cannot say you must be done at the same time and equally. Because when you want to develop a whole country, we need to take part. Which one is the most important? Which one is the least important? And we cannot guarantee that we can eliminate the migrant people from province to the Phnom Penh city. We can say that we can at least decrease the number, decrease here. So, for example, sometimes they do not come to the city for finding a job or education. They come here for entertainment or sometimes for lifestyle. Some people, they always say sometimes provinces do not have club, do not have bars, karaoke. So sometimes they go to Phnom Penh to enjoy. So we can say this kind of activity can be considered as migration as well. So as I have mentioned again and again, everything must be done. However, it takes time. Thank you.
I'd like to say something about that. Youth are the future of your country. So it depends on you to make things happen. You will replace the present government in your time, and you will be the one to do all these things so that everyone will have their own job, every province will have all the things that they need. So we try then to study hard and be a good student. Thank you. Yes?
I would like to ask Mr. Roya. You said the topic is why should the children go to school when they are 6 years old, right? And I want to ask that if the children live in the countryside and their parents didn't have money to afford them to enter the elementary school, and they need to have their parents with like work or something like that. So how can you persuade or help them to let their children enter school when they are 6 years old?
Thank you for your good question. Yes. Your question is, how can I persuade the children to support their study if their parents are poor, right? So of course, if I am a leader or teacher, I can perfect them. I will raise some examples, such as I will use example of his or her parents. You see, your parents from the past until nowadays are poor. And why poor? Because they don't have education. They don't study hard when they were young. So they are poor. And one more thing, when the people have no knowledge or have no education from school, the people easy to lost or easy to commit bad things. Sometimes they will become a stealer or they will commit their or kill themselves. They don't find out about the reason why, and they don't know exactly what things that happen in their lives. So we will show or explain them about the people have education and people don't have education. So the different thing when the people uneducated, they will easy to or they will not success or don't be rich in future, poor, or they can place or they become a gangster or something else. And we will take example like the school or you can see at the school all the kids or the children, they study at school, they look so good, they have knowledge and they can speak very well, and especially until they grow up. Like you see now the teenager that they don't have education, and like all of us that we study in the university, that very different. Like the people don't have education or they didn't study at university or high school. They doing a work at a factory or a worker at a construction worker. And for the people that have good education, they work in office or they become a leader, and sometimes they lead or they will become an example person in the village or in the province. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Any more questions?
I want to ask to Mr. Rexmay, do you think are there any thermal pollution in Cambodia and what are they?
Thank you for your question. And in my opinion, I don't think thermal pollution exists much in Cambodia. Why? Because Cambodia is the type of country that doesn't focus on industry. Cambodia is the type of country that focuses on agricultural, which is about farming or selling rice or something like that. A country that has a lot of thermal pollution, only the type of country that has, like I mentioned in my presentation, thermal pollution only happens in country that is have a lot of power plant, which means it totally focused on industry or factory. And my answer is that no. My answer is that in Cambodia there isn't much of thermal pollution. Thank you.
I would like to ask Mr. Rexmay again. Among 7 type of pollution that you described in your topic. I mean that which pollution that happened in Cambodia? Can you describe?
If you ask me which pollution happened in Cambodia, I can 100% guarantee that all of them happened in Cambodia. But the fact that which pollution happened the most would be a better question. Actually, in my opinion, the pollution that happens the most in Cambodia would be water pollution. Because, why I say water pollution? Because as you know, in Cambodia is a developing country. So most of the time, we like, for example, there is a river. So to build the house on that, we need to put like sand or rock on that area. So we can build something on it. So in Cambodia, there will be more and more water will be not usable because it will be stored under the ground. That's all for my response.
One last question.
No.
The good student must have the good health, but I interested in the last one, like eat healthy food. You know, the situation of the student in Cambodia that study in the university are different. Some of the students are rich, some of the students are poor. But for the rich student, it doesn't have problem because they always eat healthy food every day. But you think it's about the poor student. Sometimes that they eat the healthy food because they don't have too much money to spend. They have a lot of maybe a lot of fun, like they spend on their study, also for the money or doing something. And how about the eat healthy food is so different and difficult for him to try to make the healthy food. So how do they do?
Thank you for your question. And I would like to answer that students should like healthy food is contain the protein and vitamin. So we can find some vegetable, some fish or egg, and it is easy to find and market and also easy to cook too. And if we know how to eat healthy food like those vegetables or those eggs or those meat, it makes us healthy.
Please understand that not all rich students are good students. Okay? And not all poor people are good students also. So we have to know that if there is a will, there is a way. So you want to be a good student, then strive to become one. Okay? Thank you so much for attending.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. I have to say, I'm so impressed that you are in CES because your English is so good at such a high level. So I think so what I'm going to do now is give a certificate to all the presenters, and then we're going to have an award for the top speaker. Okay? So the top speaker today, you will be in a competition for the best for each session and the overall best UC speaker. So I'd like to start off by congratulating Ms. Cheng Rami. So if you want to come over here and you'll shake Mr.
Cô
House.
Chengโอเคต่อ
Mr. Soin Tira. Mr. Pong Royal. Mr. Song Chen Mani Raxmai. Mr. Sok Seng Moor. Our moderator, Mr. Sok Vichet.
Oh, go out.
We go out?
Yes, keep it.
And Ms. Magdalena Mosher as well for moderating.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now we announce the top speaker. So if I call your name, you'll just stand up, and later at the closing ceremony, we'll give you a certificate. Okay? So for now, just stand up. All right. So the winner, the top speaker award. Mr. Song Chamanir. So I'd like to invite Mr. Pehao for the closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Travis, and thank you everyone for your presence today, and especially my big support and congratulations to all speakers for the partner today. Today, very delighted and very pleasure to be at the conference with all the students, and I really appreciate your good job today. Okay? This is the first time, but we have found out that most of you are doing very well, okay? Even your language, sometimes you make mistake in grammar point, but it doesn't matter, okay? Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it and do it again, okay? So hope to see you all again next year, or it depends on the organizer. The sooner the better, okay? And good luck for everyone for the new year 2017, okay? Be good health. Thank you.